Hello, everyone. My name is Richard Lewis Brown. Today is May the 31st, 2025. Let me say it for you again. Hello. My name is Richard Lewis Brown, your local 1000 president. Today is May the 31st, 2025. I'm doing a quick video, and I will do another video on June 3rd at 7 p.m. I had someone send out an email for me a few days ago so I can educate you on what's going on. So June 3rd, 7 p.m., I'll be back doing a live video. If you want to come on to my Facebook. Okay, so it looks like the connection is back. All right, sometimes things don't work as easy as you want them to work. That's okay. All right, so I'm going to start all over again. Hello, everyone. Hello. Today's May 31st, 2025. I'm your local 1000 president, Richard Lewis Brown. Say it for you again. May 31st, 2025. I am your local 1000 president, Richard Lewis Brown. Doing a video again on June 3rd, 7 p.m. I'm doing a live video again on June 3rd, 7 p.m. You can come on my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, up to you, or on YouTube, Richard Lewis Brown on YouTube. All right? Local 1000 is trying to convince you that they're fighting for you. That's a lie. Either someone is fighting for you or they're fighting against you. You can't transgender the truth. And this is not a statement where I'm trying to, quote, yell at the gay community. No. What I'm saying is either you're fighting to help someone or you're fighting to, quote, fight them. Either you're going to help someone and tell the truth or you're not. It's not a mixture of both. There's the righteous truth and then there's the untruth. There's a man and there's a woman, a boy and a girl. We're exceptions. Someone may be born with both sexes. You cannot transgender the truth, local 1000. I am still your local 1000 president. If I wasn't your local 1000 president, then why am I still fighting for you so hard? So when they tell you, well, Richard's retired, Richard was forced into a retirement under a hostile work environment. When I'm reinstated, and I will be reinstated to state service, and I will be reinstated as your local 1000 president. If I wasn't your local 1000 president, I would have been sued for defamation. I'm telling you clearly on May 31st, 2025, I am still your local 1000 president. Still, this contract that they got you believing is not a real contract. It's an invalid contract. Childlike, condescending, invalid contract. CCIC. Childlike, condescending, and valid contract. CCIC. Childlike, condescending, invalid contract. Why do you say that, President Brown? Well, why are you fighting to get your 3% in an invalid contract? A labor contract, when it's signed by its president, not by any other individual in the union, that's why you have presidents of unions. They're the ones that sign contracts, no one else. That's the first thing. When you sign a labor contract, you guarantee wages. Let's write this down. When you sign a labor contract that's signed by your president of your union, first thing you do, guarantee wages, salary increases. You see, I'm writing this down. Salary increases, because this is a live, unscripted, unedited video. I don't read off script like the suspended leadership of Local 1000. Wages, guaranteed for the length of the contract, start date to end date. Salary increases, guaranteed for the length of a contract, from the start date to the end date. Salary increases. Working conditions, absent of management abuse, guaranteed from the start date of the contract to the end of the contract, okay? Absent of management abuse, quality working conditions, okay? Now, here's something else that a labor contract does that Local 1000 has never done, but when I was elected, it was going to happen. You guarantee the jobs for the length of the contract. There is no job loss. That's what a labor contract does. From the start date to the end date, there's no outsourcing of those jobs. You guarantee those jobs. All right, job security. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the four corners of the earth, I, as your president, Local 1000, Richard Lewis Brown, tells you, when I sign a contract, you're going to be guaranteed your wages for the length of that contract. There is no furlough. There is no POP. There is no offsetting deductions. And when we fight together and obtain a substantial pay increase at a minimum 21% along with GeoPay and COLA, you get it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. When they tell you every year the government has to decide if they want to pay you your, quote, salaries or your wage increases, they're lying to you. They're transgendering the truth. Either you're going to pay somebody or you're not. Either you have a contract or you don't. All right. Now, allegedly, Local 1000 is having a meeting next, a video next Tuesday night on the same time as mine on June 3rd. You can always watch mine later if you like. See, I'm going to tell you the truth. See, that's why you have my phone number, 408-207-2339. I'm always going to tell you the truth because I'm standing on righteous ground. And I will be reinstated to state service. I will be reinstated as your Local 1000 president because the truth is on my side. And these so-called leaders at Local 1000, they're suspended. And anyone who ran in that 2024 illegal election, that's not a valid election. Just like this contract, childlike, condescending, invalid contract, CCIC. In other words, the virus contract. And they're trying to make you believe that it's a valid contract. No, it's a transgendered contract. That's what it is. And they're trying to make you believe that you need to be, quote, mandatory vaccinated with their transgender truth. It's an absolute lie. I don't know how many of you received my email that I had sent out. Hopefully you forwarded it to other people. See, I have nothing to lie about. I have always told you the gospel righteous truth. I was elected to make sure you had respect in the workplace, substantial pay increase, job security. And we had a strike fund when I was elected. It was over $4 million. When I'm reinstated, that strike fund money better still be there. You negotiate in good faith. Once you reach a legal impasse, you go on strike. A union's only power is to go on strike. It's not to suck up to politicians, because then you don't need a union. You just need someone that knows how to suck. Now, some of you are good suckers, literally. I'm here to negotiate as your president, along with the negotiating team, the bunk chairs, and the bunk members. Unfortunately, they negotiated a contract that was invalid. They're going to be held responsible for doing that. Y'all think I'm just playing, I'm just talking, but I'm not. See, they took part in vigilante justice. They couldn't respect the will of the voters, which, let's us be honest, there were a lot of European Americans in small rural towns up and down the state of California working in CDCR that put me in this position. You think I forgot about you? I have not. Maybe there are other European Americans who don't come from small rural towns up and down the state of California who voted for me. I see you too. Did minorities vote for me? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. If you're a minority, African American, Mexican, Latino, Latina, Asian, whatever, Native American, if you voted for me, reach out to me, let me know. Because the people who I talk to on a regular basis who have not given up on me, they're European American, Caucasians. And if you look at this invalid contract, this childlike, condescending, invalid contract, now they got a cover up on the Local 1000 website. You see one white person. Half the union is European American. Half the union is Caucasian, but you only see one on the cover. What kind of garbage is that? That's transgendering the truth. Either you have half your union that's white or you don't. Trust me, half of our union are white people. Their lives matter. Let me say it for them again. Their lives matter. Their lives have always mattered. And my life as an African American is no greater than their life. We are all in this together equally. We're all Americans. We're all represented by Local 1000. Let's get to the next point here. So many people in this union believe I'm a dues paying member. I'm better than all the other non-dues paying members. You're an absolute lie. You've transgendered the truth. Because Gavin Newsom is saying he doesn't want to give you the 3% in the childlike, condescending, invalid contract. He doesn't want to give it to you. But in the same hand, he's not giving it to the non-members either. He's treating you both the same. So this idea that you're so much better than the non-member is an absolute transgendered lie. Manufactured trailer home lie. I'm doing live, unscripted, unedited, unrehearsed. And I'm still your Local 1000 president. If you don't like that, take me to court and sue me. I want you to. May 31st, 2025 at 3:22 p.m. or 3:21 p.m. If you say that me calling myself still the Local 1000 president, if I'm defaming Local 1000, take me to court. I'm still the president. They never took me back to court to have me removed from office. No, they didn't. They did not. They broke the law. They broke the 2018 bylaws, the 2020 policy file. They broke all of that. Vigilante justice. They broke California corporations codes. I'm in the appeals court. 8 different appeals with possibly, no, I only have 8. 8 appeals. I haven't given up on you because I have a divine destiny to serve you. I'm always serving you. This is Saturday afternoon. Who else in Local 1000 is talking to you on Saturday afternoon? In their home, on their money. I'm fighting your union, our union, with no money, no legal help. And they're using your money to fight me and put a lien on my home, and they're hoping to put another lien on my home. But see, I love you. I'm willing to die for you. Let me say it for you again. I love you. I'm willing to die for you because this is my divine destiny. So when someone said, well, you retired, last year in 24, why do you still care? Because I'm always serving you, because I'm serving my divine destiny. This is what I was built to do. These so-called suspended leaders of Local 1000, they have transgendered the truth over and over and over again. They don't even know who they are. They don't know if they are he, she, they, them, non-binary, whatever. They don't know who they are. And that does not mean that I'm biased against those in the gay community. Absolutely not. You can be transgender and be part of this union. I'm going to still fight for your wages the same way I'm going to fight for someone else's wages. I'm going to fight for quality working conditions for you like I fight for everyone else, regardless of their sexual orientation, regardless of their race, their religion, national origin. But when you ask me the truth, what is right, what is wrong is wrong. A boy is a boy, a girl is a girl. If you want to identify as something else, that's your choice, and I'm going to respect your choice, but don't try to force it down my throat. Don't do that. I don't believe that trans girls should be playing in girl sports. I don't believe it, and I never will. Back to this contract, this childlike, condescending, and valid contract. How does that relate to, quote, transgendering the truth? Because they got you convinced that you have a valid contract. Either you have a valid contract or you don't. It's not he, she, they, them. No. It's one way or another. It's not a mixture of both. No. So, on May 31st, 2025, I am Richard Lewis Brown, your Local 1000 president. I am fighting for you to be reinstated. And then, when I negotiate with a new negotiating team, with new bunk chairs, because these other individuals, they don't believe in, quote, laws. All they want to do is dance on videos and give you the feeling that they love you. I'm not judging them. I'm just telling you about their actions. If they loved you and they wanted to make their vigilante justice work, then why didn't they guarantee you to protect your wages and working conditions and salary increases in a contract? It was done in our 2013 to 2016 contract. For those of you who are still listening, go to our 2013 to 2016 contract. It tells you no POP, no furlough. It could have been easily done on this one. Guaranteed the wages and working conditions, along with permanent telework. And our dignity is not controlled by Cal HR 5.11. But they didn't want to do that because they don't work for you. They work for the state of California. See, they tell you that Governor Gavin Newsom's their boss. I've never told you that. I said, we're an equal partner in this. This is a marriage. And you're not going to continue to rape me and physically abuse me, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. You're not going to keep abusing me. I am in this relationship with you, a 50%, with your 50%. And now we sit down together respectfully and we negotiate in good faith. That's what a labor union does. A political organization, what they do is they parade around, because when their person is in office of their particular party, they think everything's going to be hunky-dory. And they rely upon the mercy of a politician. I rely upon no one's mercy. I rely upon God's mercy. If you believe in God, I do. But if you don't believe in God, then I believe in my power to strike after negotiating in good faith to get a quality contract as your president of Local 1000, Richard Lewis Brown. Now that's real talk. No script, nobody around me. I don't have people feeding me information, telling me what to say. No. I have a divine destiny to always serve you. Always serve you. I like that. Let me write that down. Always serve you. So my letters to you will be always a serving you, what? All right, so we're going to call this ASU. That's going to be my letters to you. Richard Lewis Brown, your Local 1000 president, always serving you. Put a U on it. That makes it look cool. ASU. Fair enough. All right. I want to thank you for your time. I will see you June 3rd, 2025 at 7 p.m. Once again, I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can go to my website, createexcellence7437.com. That's createexcellence7437.com. There's no excuse. And when someone says, well, I didn't know they had removed you illegally, I didn't know they had did all this stuff wrong, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse to break the law. I'll say it for you again. If you broke the law while doing things for Local 1000, ignorance of the law will not save you. If you participate in an illegal election in any form or fashion, you participate in this illegal contract in any form or fashion, ignorance of the law will not protect you. All right. Richard Lewis Brown, your local 1000 president. Today's been May 31st, 2025. Mwah. Always serving you. Thank you.